You see this boy here? Be very careful of adopting children from motherless babies' homes because you don't know the genetics they were born with. I know this is a very tricky topic, but somebody has to say it, all right? So this video is not for everybody. It's for those who will understand it and those who are at the verge of making that decision now. Now, the story of this boy is a boy in Nigeria that had a mother. The mother was 71 years old and he unalived the mother and he was arrested. He's 14 and the mother is 71, which means the mother was in her 60s or 50s when she adopted the boy. So the boy didn't know he was adopted and he went to school in Delta State. I think they live in Lagos. The mother put him in boarding school in Delta. So one day he came back from the boarding school and everything. He went to play a game with his friend down the road, and his friend told him during the game that his mother is quarreling with everybody in the street, and also that that's not his true mother. So maybe the woman was quarrelsome, it happens. That he was adopted. So the guy got angry. He went home and confronted the mother. I said, "Is it true that I was adopted?" The mother was like, "Who told you that? Let's go." So the mother took him and they went to the friend's place and asked the friend, "Who told you that this boy was adopted?" The boy said that he saw them. He was there when the boy was being brought home from a motherless baby's home. So that kind of ended the discussion. And when they got home, it caused a clash between the 14-year-old boy and the mother. So there was serious quarreling, and the 14-year-old boy has been giving the mother problems. According to the boy's confession, that for years now, since when he was 10 or so, that the mother sells gas, right? Gasoline. Not gasoline, but gas for cooking gas. So he would sell, collect money from customers and run away and go and blow it, and then come back 2 or 3 days later. So this last Christmas, he disappeared on 25th, came back a day later on 26th. And the mother was quarreling him, saying, "Hey, you're destroying my business. Why do you always run away?" And then they started quarreling again about the mother, who is the original mother. So the woman now said, "Okay, look, since you're always quarreling me and giving me problems, just leave my house. Go and find your mother. You can't be in my house and you're giving me issues." So what the guy devised was really evil genius. So they had a tank, right? A GP tank, like all this water tank, atop an elevation, like some stairs. Then you have a tank. So usually they will climb there and fetch water from the tank. All right, like plastic tank, big plastic tank. Water pours into the tank from the roof. Okay, so they will climb there and fetch water. So he climbed there and took the top of the tank, the cover of the tank, and flung it where the woman was. The woman did not know he climbed. So the woman saw the top of the tank fall, and it was like, what is happening? Why is the top of the tank falling? So she took the top of the tank and climbed the staircase to go cover the tank again, not knowing that this boy hid behind the tank. So as the woman came out to cover the tank again, the boy now pushed the woman, and she fell from that elevation. And when she fell, she hit her head on the ground and unalived. So when the police was now asking the boy, "How did you come up with this idea?" He said that last year the woman fell from the tank and broke her leg. She was coming down, she missed her step, she fell and she broke her leg, something like that. So he figured out that he could use that method on the woman. 14 years old, thought of that. Can you imagine that? So that's why I said this is controversial, but I've seen it too many times. Way too many times, that if you're barren, you don't have a child, or you have children, you just want to adopt extra genders or something, whatever your reason is. If you're going to adopt from motherless babies' home, be careful, right? Make sure that that's your only option after you've weighed other options. I think it's better to adopt orphaned family members, orphaned relatives, like you have brothers, children, extended family, and so on. Somebody that somebody knows within the town. Do you understand? It's always better to adopt them because now you are sure of their lineage, what we call blood in Nigeria. You're sure of your blood, which is genetics. Do you understand? Rather than rushing as a first option to just pick a random stranger you don't know from nowhere. Like now, this boy's original father and mother, that biological father and mother that nobody knows. Do you know what happened to them? You don't know the story. And I've seen too many, after doing a lot of counseling online, right? I've seen too many stories recur. I can guarantee you 1,000,000% that if you trace these boys, the parents, you will see that they probably did the same kind of thing, unalive the same kind of way. You understand? You just go to where there are babies and you just pick a random one. You don't know the mother, you don't know the father. It's a great thing, it's heroic, but sometimes, okay, make sure it's your last option. You have exhausted all options. Get what I'm saying? I know some people will misunderstand the message, but for anybody misunderstanding it, that means the message was never for them. So imagine somebody that was raised by a street prostitute, total prostitute, and they just gave birth with a random guy, and a prostitute will always meet male prostitute. Female prostitute will be taken by male prostitute, and they have a love child they don't care about. Then disease is about to take the life of the woman. They just put the child there, motherless baby's home. Now you go and adopt. First 10 years, first 12 years, you're not going to notice much. Just minor childhood, juvenile delinquencies. But once puberty kicks in, they will start behaving like their father or their mother. I'm telling you. So if it's a prostitute, many times you will see that the child will start behaving like that. You can't control it. It will just be too much. I've seen one that the people that adopted this child are rich. Like, they are very okay. They have cars, like almost 4 or 5 cars. They have everything. But this guy goes for robbery. You know the kind of robbery they go? The one they used to go and break somebody's key in their shop and carry something of 5,000 naira, 10,000. And he's the only child. So this couple did not have a child, so they adopted this guy. They have money, they have everything. But this guy will always go and do all those petty robbery, that the type of robbery that if they catch you, they will just burn you. If you know how the thing goes, right? In Africa, right? They catch you, no need for police case. It's always petty robbery. When politicians steal billions, nobody's gonna do anything to them. But if you steal all those little handkerchief and stuff, and people always, whenever they catch this guy, people always wonder, what the hell are you doing, bro? Like, do you even need the money? Turns out it's the genetics. You don't know what happened to his own original parents. That